Key, why do I always want to fix people? This one is a massive challenge for us empaths. We see the best in people, we see their potential, and naturally, we want better for people. But the problem can be when we want more for people than they want for themselves. And if you find yourself in such a situation where you want more for someone than they want for themselves, you have a problem. It's your girl, Keely Taverner, psychotherapist who's passionate about helping empaths develop self-awareness so you can make informed, conscious choices and live a good, happy life. Because that's what we all want, right? We all want to live our #best life. Well, becoming self-aware is incredibly beneficial to you. And today's video has come out of last week's video on the topic of, what was last week's topic? On the topic of obsession. This led to a question about why do I continuously want to fix people? Now, if as an empath, this is a common problem that you want to fix people, then firstly, the challenge is, like I said before, you want something for someone that they don't want for themselves. That's a massive problem. Secondly, you are looking outside of yourself. When we, and I've been there, constantly have people, relationships with people who have oodles of potential, but they do zero about manifesting their own gifts. The problem is one of oneself. What is it about you that potentially keeps going for people in these positions? Do you keep going for people who you want to leverage up? If you do, get curious around that. Because if you're constantly in a relationship dynamic where you're leveraging someone, the challenge is who may leverage you? Whose shoulder do you cry on when you're tired or need encouragement? If you're constantly looked at or looked towards as being the solution for people, then that can be burdensome. And that's why for many of us empaths, we have to look out for martyrdom. I know we like to think we're perfect and we're angels and we just give and we just love and we don't understand why these difficult things happen to us. Well, there are reasons why they happen to us. And I'm passionate about helping us go beyond the airy-fairiness of being an empath. So we get very real with ourselves, because the reality is you're not conscious of it, but you will deliberately go for broken people who you think you can fix. And the challenge is, as we perpetually busy ourselves with trying to fix the problems in other people's lives, what about yourself? Who's looking out for you? What about your own darn problems? What are you doing about those? Often, if you've become preoccupied with the next broken person, I will fix them up project, then the reality is you don't have to look at yourself. And actually taking a hard, long look at ourselves is incredibly important. Now, whilst we have personality types, there's the big 5 personalities. And if that's something that you're interested in, feel free to Google around it. But ultimately, for many of us empaths who have had traumatic childhoods, our helpful way of being has often been a way that we developed in our very vulnerable years in order to get love. Especially if we grew up in a family where love was not abundantly given, if we weren't praised, if we didn't get validation. Many of us learned that actually if we were helpful, if we could extend ourselves, then actually that was one of the ways that we got validation. It was a currency. And so by the time we get to adulthood, if it's left unchecked, our helpfulness, our empathic way can actually be incredibly dangerous for us, especially if we keep going from demolition project to demolition project, thinking we fix people only to be battered and bruised when they leave us, or we're filled with resentment because they didn't value us in the way that we hoped for. You see, empaths, we need to understand this. This is crucial for our own wellness. We need to get this, because otherwise you'll blindly go from demolition project to fix up, resurrect. I can see someone's potential, but what about your own darn potential? Because while many of us, while we're fixing people up, we're actually getting dragged down. Yeah. My mentor once told me the analogy of if you were on a stool, say if you were sitting on a stool, you're trying to leverage someone up. It's actually easier for them to pull you down. Many empaths, this happens to us. We get caught in some tricky situations. As you already know, I have a problem with us saying yes to finance deals. It's not great for our greatness. Not great for our greatness. Causes us a whole raft of problems that we don't need. However, you're here, you're still watching this video. So my encouragement to you, if you're someone who perpetually goes around trying to fix people, then you need to check yourself. And it's highly likely the aspects of your own life need fixing, you haven't addressed, you're unconscious about. And as such, you walk around blind, projecting your need to fix onto others. And as such, you will always find someone who's broken and in need of you. So when you come and you tell me, oh, I must have, empath written on my forehead. No, you don't. You're actually manifesting what you say you don't want. You're drawing those people to you. And you need to become conscious about what you do that draws them to you. If you are serious about breaking cycles, if you are, do let me know, because it's serious times. And I know you want to live your best life, and it's absolutely possible. But yet, and we must learn to take responsibility for ourselves and work on ourselves. I hope this video has been of benefit to you. If it has, leave a comment and feel free to share. It's your girl, Keely Taverner, psychotherapist who's passionate about helping empaths. Look out for empaths. We've got to learn to be our own best friend. Do take care.